Gotham, Season 1, Episode 12, entitled What the Little Bird Told Him. I just got done watching it, and my overall thoughts are, I guess it wasn't all that bad. I didn't love it, but let's talk about this for a little bit, because the episode began with Gordon going right to his precinct, and the commissioner is there, Commissioner Loeb. And it was interesting to see Gordon with the current commissioner, because you know someday, one day, Gordon's going to take that job from this guy. And the fact that Gordon not only stepped to his face and called him out, but he demanded for his old job back. And it was an ultimatum of, hey, if you can catch that prisoner that broke out, then sure, fine, you can get your job back. I was a little surprised that we only saw one episode, really, of Gordon working at Arkham. They sort of made it such a big deal that Gordon was going to be working at Gotham that you would think that would have gone on for a little longer, even if it was just 2 episodes, at least 2 full episodes of him working there. No, we just got the one, and now he's back to being a cop. The weird moment of the episode is clearly the Riddler scene. I mean, the first scene where he goes up to that woman and I guess he gave her a cupcake with a bullet in it, and he just kept saying, it's a riddle, and she was like, okay, you're weird. And he's like, no, it's a riddle, don't you get it? And I'm sitting there like, no, I don't think anybody knows what you're talking about, dude. And then later on, he went up to her, he explained the riddle. Basically, I guess it means that, like, it can be sweet but deadly. Women are deadly. I don't know. Okay, fine. Maybe that was his way of flirting with her. And it was weird, because then you had the other cop come up and sort of told him to leave her alone. And, like, she was making faces as if she felt bad for the Riddler, or Edward Nygma. That she felt a little bad or something, or, like, he tried to say another riddle and she, like, smiled at it. But then when he started to leave, she turned to the other guy and said, thank you, he's such a weirdo. So I can't read that woman at all. I mean, not only are they deadly, I guess women are crazy as well. So I don't really know at all where that's going with Edward Nygma. The worst line of the episode has to be with Bullock, oddly enough, because I usually like the lines that Bullock has, but he had a weird line where him and Gordon were investigating a scene with this dead guy that the executioner killed. And when Bullock checked his pulse, he said, yep, he's dead. He's fried like a donut. What? Fried like a donut? What does that mean? Do you fry your donuts? Or am I just an idiot and I just didn't get that reference? Fish Mooney finally makes her move on Carmine Falcone, because I won't call him Falcone. I don't care how many times I say it. Okay, I was glad that she made her move finally. It's been talked about for so long that I sort of got disinterested in her plot or her ulterior motive. But I said, okay, let's see what happens with this. She's finally going for it. She stages a kidnapping of that Liza girl, and she wants to have him leave town, I guess. Now, Falcone, he knew right away that it was Fish. So I like that. I like that he said, all right, Fish, give it up. I know it's you. Because, like, Fish, after she did the fake phone call with her distorted voice, then she calls him as herself and says, oh, yeah, so I just heard about your situation, and I guess I have to make the offer. And I'm like, you are giving yourself away too easily. That Falcone is like, I know it's you. Like, stop. So she finally admits it. And so I like that Falcone knew this. It made him look smart. Until the Penguin. Now this blew my mind. So the Penguin, finally, after so many times trying to leave Maroni, he finally makes his way to Falcone and he says, look, not only is Fish the one doing this, but Liza was a plant. She's been working with Fish. She knows Fish. This has all been a setup, the whole thing. And Falcone could not believe this. He was slapping Penguin around, saying, "You're lying," or "You don't know, you're wrong." And he's like, "No, she's an innocent girl." And I'm like, dude, you didn't know about Liza? I've thought this whole time that Falcone knew about Liza. I thought that was the reason why he never touched her, why he never did anything with her, how he just left her there to do whatever she was doing. Now that really doesn't make any sense. Why didn't he do anything with her? Because then they try to play it up like, was he in love with her? Because he was really contemplating leaving with Liza, leaving town, and giving up the family. That boggles my mind. I don't know what Falcone was thinking, why he was so wrapped up into thinking Liza was a real honest person. It made him look really, really dumb and stupid. He kind of redeemed himself by the end, I guess, but before I get to that end, though, I want to mention the Penguin is still like the best thing on the show. That actor, just his walk, his demeanor, the way he delivers his lines, and how nervous he is talking to Maroni to try to get out of it. I love his scenes. He's awesome. But let's talk about Jack Gruber, the electrocutioner. He was an Arkham prisoner who broke out. And I like the fact that they used the electrocutioner character. He's a villain from the comic books. And I even like this actor. He's a character actor. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I liked his funny accent. He was a little over the top, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny how easily Gordon beat him. He had a cup of water and he threw the water at him, and it messed up his electrocution machine. It was almost like after 2 episodes of building this guy up, boom. And some people might think that was dumb or it made him look like a joke. The only reason why I didn't mind it was, for one, I'm glad that they used the character because he's a character that I'm aware of. And I think if this show is going to use comic book villains, it should be villains like this. The lesser known people that never get used, hardly ever. So let's use them here. I don't mind that. It's when they start using Harvey Dent, or I heard the Scarecrow is going to come into this episode. I'm like, no, it's too soon. You guys are shoving everything into this first season, or they also got renewed for a season 2. You know what? I'm actually glad for that, because I hope that maybe after the first season they will have heard complaints, and I'm not saying the show's terrible or anything. I like the show, but hopefully season 2 is when they can make it all work better and balance out some of these characters better. But so him being taken out so easily, I found that more funny because in the Arkham Origins video game, the electrocutioner is in that game. And the part where you're Batman, you're supposed to fight him, and they have it built up where he has his 2 electrocution gloves, and he looks powerful, and you're like, holy crap, how do I fight this guy? You kick him in the face instantly and take him out. Like, it's the quickest fight ever. It's hilarious. So it was almost like this was a tribute to that. I don't know. I found that amusing. Leslie Tompkins and Gordon might have been my favorite thing in this episode because I really like this actress that's playing Leslie Tompkins. She's a much better actress than Barbara. These two have better chemistry than Barbara and Gordon ever did. And when Gordon kissed her, I kind of cheered. I said, fucking A, you know what? Kick Barbara off the show and just have these two end up together. I know chronologically, historically from the comics, that's not going to work out at all. But for the moment, for the time being, I like it. And I'm curious to see where this goes, what they do with it. Now, on to the ending. When Falcone goes to Fish Mooney, I do like that he says to Liza, look, I know you're friends with her, all of this happened, he has his gang come in, and then he kills Liza with his own bare hands, strangles her. That was something that I mostly liked because he killed her himself. He did it in probably what he thought was the least painful way, instead of just, I don't know, shooting her in the head, maybe. But, you know, he wanted to do it himself, and he even looked like he felt bad doing it. So, okay, I like that he at least did something about it. Why would he keep fish alive? I have no idea. Really, the only thing that I can think of is that because it's Jada Pinkett Smith. And so you just can't kill her off right now. We have to keep her around somehow. I have no idea what they're going to do with Fish Mooney now. It doesn't seem like her character is all that needed, but who knows? They might have something planned. And I guess I have to mention this, but Barbara was in the episode, unfortunately. She went to her parents' house. Her parents' rich, huge mansion. And just from when she's at the gates and she's talking to the butler and she's like, I'm Barbara Keene. My parents live here. Like, fuck you, you spoiled rich bitch. I hate this woman. And the more I see her, the more scenes they give her, the more dialogue that she can barely deliver. She's horrible in every sense of the word. I don't like her. The fact that her parents clearly don't even like her either is hilarious. I don't even know why we still have scenes with her if she's not going to be with Jim for a while, for a few episodes. Maybe this is just going to set up where she is. But let's not bring her around again. Enough with the Barbara character. Enough. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on this episode of Gotham. I guess overall I enjoyed it. But, you know, you have your moments of questioning things or the logic of things. But again, I liked it. Let me know in the comments below if you saw this episode too. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.